Hey beauties, good evening to you. Today is my birthday, and I kind of never wanted to talk about some things, but beauties, I think I'm going to talk about it, right now, a particular issue, and that is the two youths, the two teens who met in a horrible accident and died. I suppose immediately on the spot they died. I have mixed feelings about the entire situation because I think the caption had said, last evening on the news that is it the parents or the adults? Somebody can be charged. It possibly can be charged, sort of because of negligence or, where the teens are concerned. I don't remember who they said, if it is the parents or and so on. I'm assuming that maybe they're under 18. Obviously they would be under 18 if that is the case. All right, here my surmisation of the entire thing. The reason, I mean, I'm very careful. My mother often would say to me that there are some things that she would not have allowed me to do as a young person when you're little. Because you can become reckless, you can become careless, things can happen to you because you're not as vigilant as an adult. You're not in that mindset. So you're extremely vulnerable as a child. All right. So definitely, if I knew how to ride a bike, I doubt it very much as a teen. I would have been given it, a bike to ride to school, whether a different era, whether it's a different time or not. I doubt it very, very much, especially as a female also, because you know how we are in terms of these. I don't even want to call it gender biases. It's just how they just want men to be, women to be. So I'm not even going to say gender biases in this particular case, but there's this dichotomy as it relates to urban children and rural children. And I could be wrong, and I will stand corrected if I am. There's something with, in general, not in all cases, with rural children, they tend to grow very adult-like in a sense. So for example, they'll take the goat to be tied out. They will, have to clean before they go to school. That kind of a culture and spirit when I say spirit, attitude has been practiced from before my mother's day, before my grandmother's day, and it still continues to this day. Sometimes when I hear some young people who are much younger than I am talk about some things, I'm wondering who is older one, if they are the older one or I am the older one, because some of the things that they do or been through, I have never done it and I've never been through them. So that's why I have to be very grateful. So as children, going to school, from the rural area on a bike, maybe some of these children are taught how to ride a bike from their eyes from their eyes were at their knees. In the rural area I'm talking about. I'm showing the split, the dichotomy here. Maybe I'm only surmising, I can be wrong. This is just me thinking out, so they have an idea, they have a little expert knowledge in a sense of bike riding. However, there's a thing called youthful exuberance that none of us can get away from. We just can't. There's something about the youth. When you're young, you think different than when you're an older person. It's like it just possesses you. It takes control of you. In other words, when I say youthful exuberance, they're trying to go to school, but maybe in going to school, and I don't think they're running late because it was very early in the morning based on the time that I heard, that feeling, that adrenaline rush as a young person on the bike, and as a man, you just know, wow, see, you can do all kinds of things. This is me surmising, because based on the impact of that car accident, all parties had to be speeding, and I'm saying, my God, you just wonder if some level of youthful exuberance just took control of them. Because sometimes some young people look and they want to dilly-dally, they want to do the wheelie, and they don't, and say, all right, let me see if I can pass this car. Let me see, I know I can do this and whatnot. And it ended to their demise. So it's very difficult to say, charge the parents, if that is what was said. I don't want to misquote anything. If that was what was said, they need to really investigate it before doing that, really and truly. Because as I said, in the rural areas, it's sort of different. They grow, it's like from them a baby, them an adult. They're taught to be an adult. I don't know how to explain it. It's a different culture with rural people in general, not all, So it could be that youthful exuberance took control of them. That is why, maybe they're going to say they shouldn't give them, because you just never know. But then again, the parents might think, but I teach them this, I taught them that. You could have teach from. All right, let me put it this way. There are things that will leave you. That is why the Bible says, train up a child in the way he should go, that when he or she is old, they will not depart. What it is really saying when it says it doesn't depart, it doesn't mean you won't stray. It doesn't mean you won't make mistakes. What will happen is that when you go very far and you drift off like the prodigal son, you see, when you get to your senses, when you realize you're at rock bottom, you come back to what you know. That is what it is. That is what it really and truly means. That's why it's good to leave the foundation. If you don't leave the foundation, they will not know what to come back to, so they will stay in the pig's pen. You understand? The foundation was there outside of the pig pen, so they know that, I can go back to outside of the pig pen. So, but the thing is, I keep saying it, you see, when you're 20, it is virtually, unless God comes down in bodily form or decide that he's going to make you think like a 40-year-old. When you're 20, you cannot think like a 40-year-old. Let me repeat it. When you're 20, you cannot think like even if you come from the best parental home, you still have that. That is how God, you're growing. You're growing. So if that were the case, it wouldn't make any sense. They might as well be born big in our mother's belly. God could just do something and make the belly hold the human body size, the big adult size, sorry. So a teen will not think same as a 20-year-old maybe, but I was going to say somebody who is 30, somebody who is 40, somebody who is 50, 60, and so on. Virtually impossible. Even though you may have immature people who are in their 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, which I've seen, and 90s. Yes, but still you see the difference. They're still not going to behave like somebody in their teens in certain things. So you cannot separate that from them. It's almost like you're saying you're pulling out the human out of them to be non-human. So it's virtually impossible. So it's a tight situation. It's a tragic situation. And boy, I don't even know what to say. I don't know how to comment on that. I'm not just, as I said, I'm not so sure. I'd be quick to say charge adults or the guardians or parents, whoever would have allowed them because they're teens. But it's because, as I said, one of the things I know with rural people, they pick them as them born, they train them to be adults. They have a different lifestyle, a different mindset. They think, boy, my heart goes out to them, to the families, to the friends, to the school. I don't remember the name of the school, but I don't know. And let me tell you something, people. The youthful exuberance in terms of this road, what do I call it? Algorithm is going to be a favorite word of mine, The road, I don't know what word to use. There is something about when people hit the road rage takes over, the speed takes over, and just doing, it's like, I don't know if something comes in the mind, I'm the only person on the road, so I'm going to drive the way I want. I don't care. I just want to speed this car. I just want to do all kinds of things. There must be some spirit attached to the roads when people get on the roads. Because I don't know what it is with us. And it's not just with the teens. It's even with adults that you would not expect, that you would least expect such behavior from. Because as I said, I can understand when you're much younger. But when you start to get older, you have to, no man, me big. Got time for put away this madness and foolishness and operate right. Beauties, I don't know. We need to pray. We need to earnestly pray fast and just ask God to intervene in our country, intervene on the roads. There is a road rage that is there. There's a road aggression that has been let loose on our roads. Something like once we hit the roads, it's like, yes, finally, I'm now free. I'm going to do anything I want to do, sort of a mentality starts to hit the minds of people. I don't know. It's an unfortunate situation, very, very unfortunate. And I know the family must be torn apart, especially in the manner in which they died. Badly. They died badly. May God be with the family. Definitely be with them. Guys, Follow me on TikTok, subscribe to my YouTube channel. Please share this message.